Good afternoon on what is a cool, grey and overcast day. It is Monday the 5th of September. Got a nice cup of tea and box to continue delving into. What I pulled out from this box for is this, which is the classic Pocket Box Games bundle from Steve Jackson Games, funded via Kickstarter in 2019, and it contains several classic mini games: Undead, Necromancer, Raid on Around, One Page Bulge, Kung Fu 2100, and Awful Green Things. So that this list there. And inside, I have already unboxed this one, Raid on Iran. The next one I'm going to do is Kung Fu 2100, so what we've got here. Let's just get this open because it's quite stiff. The box is quite sturdy, there we go. And it says, this reproduction was recreated from the best copy of the original that we could find. Every component was painstakingly scanned, touched up and reproduced in a form as near identical to the original game as we could manage. Includes retro style rules, map, counter sheets, as well as a second set of die counters. So on the back it says, Iron Fists. For years the Clone Masters have ruled the world. Their only foes are the Terminators, trained from birth in the martial arts. Now you are a Terminator. Your mission, smash your way into the Clone Master's fortress, chop through his defences and destroy him forever. But his guards are many and loyal. Like you, they can kill with a single blow, and time is against you. Kung Fu 2100 includes 112 counters in 3 colours, 16 times 21-inch rule sheet. Sorry, just go back there. 16 inches by 21 inches rule sheet, 10 times 21 colour map, extra CRT or a combat results table, record sheet, ziploc bags for counters and pocketbooks. This game features a unique combat system to represent various martial arts attacks, defences and weapons for 1 or 2 players, playing time under 90 minutes. And this is designed by Dennis Sestare, who you may recognise as the designer of the classic role-playing game Bunnies and Burrows. So let's get this open. As I said, it is quite stiff, but it's quite a little sturdy box. Nice little sturdy box, and inside is what you can see. So you've got the dice with the infamous Eye in the Mirror pyramid symbol on instead of the 1. Ziploc bag for your counter sheet. That comes off the back of the box. And then we pull out this. Okay, and we start opening up this, and this, and oh my god. So this is huge. So this is a reproduction of the original. And the original, what you have had is essentially these counters in paper, played out on this playing area. You can see how essentially how unmanageable this is. So there's the compounds that you will invade as the Terminator gone rogue, determined to save the world. So I'm kind of looking. So what we've got here, we've basically got game turn, combat results. So there's the combat results table. You can see how unmanageable this is. Presumably, you can see there's also lots of dotted lines. I'm going to see where that is. Oh yeah, see there, and you'd cut that out. And originally this game would come not in this nice little box, but would it come in sort of like a Ziploc bag, which would be essentially that size, or it would come in a clamshell box, which it did for, I believe it did at some point. So let's fold this down a bit and make it a bit more manageable. So here we have the rules, and they sort of like you sort of like fold those down into sort of like, you know, half this sheet, and it's got a combat results table for easy reference there. And it's nice to know. I do like the fact that it's in a different colour, so it's a lot easier. That's a bit easier to read. So that's all the back, sort of like setting and background. And you've got a nice bit of colour fiction at the start there. And continuing more on the back, you've got more rules. And then in the middle here, you've got about this game. That's probably the most interesting bit there, which is a bit difficult to read. So it all started with a picture. The picture above this game here. This picture here. It was one of several submitted by the Space Gamer by artist Mitch O'Connell. We almost returned it. It was an interesting piece of art, but didn't go with anything. We had a better idea. Use it for a contest. So the Space Gamer 27 essentially featured the same picture with a challenge. Explain it in game terms. Contestants were invited to write a game or game scenario on a short piece of fiction which made sense of the battling martial arts, gunmen, computers, etc. And then we received Dennis Astari's entry titled Assault on the Clone Master. So that's going to be, that appeared, and it first appeared in Space Gamer number 30. So it's a development of a magazine, a game that originally appeared in a magazine, and that wasn't uncommon. Essentially, there's a box set, quite a box set from TSR did, which was they collected. Which collected sort of like the best games from the Dragon. A lot of them designed by Tom Wham. So that's not uncommon. And this is what would happen is sort of like, you know, the magazine would go out of print and difficult to find, and the publisher would look at something interesting to publish it, sort of like you know, put on the shelves at your your friendly local gaming store, and create mini games like that. So that's not uncommon. And Steve Jackson Games had a history of creating mini games. Because essentially its origins sort of like come out of metagaming, where Steve Jackson first worked, and you know, they did a whole lot of sort of like mini games, and then Steve Jackson Games took up the format and did his own for his own company. And some of the classics are included in this box, of course. So what else have we got in here? Well, you don't actually have to cut out all of the counters on that poster sheet, but I presume that you did at the time or something like that. So you've got a sheet where you would cut all the counters out, you know, pair of scissors, cut those out. And then we have 2 sheets of die cut counters for ease of use. So really you've got a reproduction, and then something a lot easier to use by the players. And presumably this can be, as I said, it can be played solo, or it can be played 2 players, one side taking the Clone Masters, one side playing the Rogue Terminator, and this then is, as I said, a little bit of history, a little bit of background, interesting little game, kind of, you know, it ties in sort of like with the, it's very 70s science fiction. It sort of like melds that kind of desire for the martial arts film, sort of like with Bruce Lee or Chuck Norris versus the big computers of Future World, or you know, the Corbin Project or something like that, played out in sort of like a sort of like a complex of buildings that sort of like look vaguely futuristic, but will actually technically turn out to be a shopping mall. So yeah, that is Kung Fu 2000 and 2100 from Steve Jackson Games, reprinted as part of the publisher's Pocket Games collection. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing in the Nook. If you have, then please do click on the like buttons down below. And of course, if you've got any comments or feedback, I appreciate you taking the time to post those. And lastly, if you want to be alerted to yet more unboxings in the Nook, where you will see me out here with a box from which I will extract, not normally a box, but in this case another box, and then finally get to the game I actually want to unbox, which in this case is this, then please do hit that subscribe button and enjoy a nice hot cup of tea with me. In the meantime, thanks again for watching another unboxing in the Nook. We'll be back again soon with another one. Bye for now.